नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बेटे. I am Jevin Dr. Lily Trivedi and today I am taking the class of BSc B.Ed 4th semester for Faculty of Education and Methodology. And today I am going to take the chapter of Community Ecology. The community characteristics, frequency, density cover and life forms are the points which we are going to cover. This session is for the course of Anatomy, Ecology and Evolution. Now let us start with what is community ecology. Now we study plant community and we study animal community. So what is plant community? When only one assemblage of plants in habitat is considered. And what is animal community? When the assemblage of animals is studied in a habitat, it is called as animal community. But modern biologists, they prefer the term biotic community. What does that mean? That in both the plants and animals which are sharing the common habitat, they are under the same set of environmental conditions and live in close association with each other. They influence and depend upon each other. Now, so the relationship of plants and animals making up a neutral community is studied under community ecology. Now, what is population? You must have heard the term population. Population is a group of individuals of the same species is known as population. Now, we have the term community ecology and it was defined by Grubbs in 1987 as a collection of plant population found in one habitat type in one area and integrated to a degree by competition, complementarity and dependence. So this is a definition which Grubb has given, but what do? We are studying it in the context that the plant population in one habitat in one area, and this is what is happening. It is integrated by what features? Competition, complementation and their dependence. So this is what is community ecology. Now what are the characters of community ecology? So we come to the characters of a community ecology. The first character is species diversity. Now what do you mean by species diversity? In a biotic community, a large number of living organisms are there. We have already understood. So what do they include? They include plants, animals and microorganisms. So actually they constantly interact with their living and non-living environment. So a plant community of an area is the reflection of the environmental conditions prevailing in that area. For example, it can be climatic or adaptive factors, or it can be the topography. So plants of a particular community show unique uniformity in their behavior. So this is called species diversity. So for example, we have deciduous oak woods, marine rock pools and mammalian gut. So they have their own plant and animal community living in the same environment. Now, if we take into view the mammalian gut, so what is present in the mammalian gut? We have the mouth and the teeth in which there is bacteria, some microflora is present, then the esophagus is there. After that, we come to the stomach. Now, inside the stomach, with the food particles, bacteria and protozoa are present. The next part of the intestine is the small intestine. Now, the next part of the mammalian gut is the small intestine. Inside the small intestine, nematodes are present and the eggs of nematodes are also present. Then we have the cecum. Inside the cecum, bacteria present and tapeworm is also present in the large intestine. So the mammalian gut is also holding a large number of bacteria and worms, nematodes, etc. Similarly, there is a number of communities, types of trees, shrubs, number of animals are present in a community. So we have, this is an example. Now let us study more about species diversity. Now the community areas have some limits. They have some boundaries. So there is a clear distinct area and the vegetation is a characteristic type and this is we call as biotype. Now the nature of the community is governed by its species content. What kind of species are there? The ecological amplitude of the species. That means the variation inside the species due to ecology. And the biotic influences, whatever due to biotic factors, the influences which are occurring in the locality. So there is a regional diversity and a local diversity. Now the second characteristics of community ecology is coexistence. So species are living in specific habitats, so they do not depend complete in isolation, but they continuously interact with each other and influence each other. So this is called coexistence. And we have already studied the types in the biotic factors like mutualism, predation, competition. So they are all a type of coexistence. Then the third characteristic of community ecology is interdependency. So all the members of community have the ability to live under various conditions of the habitat and are interdependent upon one another to some extent. So this is called dependency. What is the example? Like the mosses and the fern and the shade-loving plant. They are dependent upon the canopy forest trees of the forest which provide them shade and moisture. Now, if you cut down the trees, what will happen? That the underlying vegetation like thallophytes and moss, they will also die. So this is a important of interdependence. The fourth character is species dominance. So not all species are equally found. Some are dominant and they decide what is going to be grow along with them. So they are found in more in number and their biomass is also more and they are dominant. For example, tropical rainforest. Now what is dominant over here? The tall canopy trees or the tropical trees, and they are deciding what is going to grow under there in the floor of the vegetation. Then the fifth is the stratification. Now stratification means the different layers that comprise of a plant community. For example, the lowermost layers are present, so they can comprise of the trees, shrubs, mosses, lichens, epiphytes, lianas. So they form more or less strata or layers or stories on the vertical plane or it can be on the horizontal plane. Now, for example, let us take grassland. So there are three strata: the root and the rhizome, the ground layer and the herbaceous layer. Then we have the forest. In the forest region, there are 5 subterranean regions, that is the subterranean region, the forest floor, the herbaceous vegetation that is 1 meter in height, the understory or shrub layer that is 1 to 5 meter in height, and the tree or the top story that is 5 to 15 meters in height. So this is it. And some shallow ponds, there are tree zone, the littoral zone, the limnitic zone, and the profundal zone. The sixth characteristic of the community is succession. Now, interacting populations of a community are characterized by continuous death, replacement, immigration, and emigration. So, we are going to study plant succession in the next lecture in detail. But here I am going to only say that that this, the spinal stabilized community is called as climax community. And after that, there is no change in the composition for a long period of time. The seventh and the last characteristic is trophic structure. As we have already studied, what is trophic structure? A group of autotrophic plants and heterotrophic organisms which exist in a self-sustaining, perfectly balanced assemblage of different feeding levels and food web. So students, these are the characteristics of plant community. Now we also have in your syllabus, what is frequency? Community frequency. Now frequency denotes the homogeneity of distribution of various species in the ecosystem. It is calculated as follows. Number of sampling units in which the species occur divided by total number of sampling units. So this is calculated in percentage. So the more the frequency, the more is the presence of that sampling unit which we have taken. So in run tours, there are 5 frequency classes, and that you will be dealing in your practical. What is required? Quadrants are required. Different types of quadrants are there, and they are used for frequency finding. The second is community density. Now, what is community density? The numerical strength of a species in relation to a definite area, unit area space is called its density. Or you can also say the number of individuals of a species in any unit area is its density. It is calculated through total number of individuals of a species in all the sample plots divided by total number of sample plots studied. So here we use a quadrant for our sampling. Now we have another topic, the last topic, that is cover and basal area. Now, as already studied, cover is a general term used for the area occupied by a plant. Now, there are two types of cover, the basal cover and the canopy cover. Now, for the basal cover of herbs and grasses, the crowns are clipped at above 2 to 3 centimeters above ground level, and the diameter of the stem emerging from the ground is measured by the means of scale or caliper. But in case of trees, the basal cover refers to diameter at about 1.4 meters. At this stage, the trunk is measured from the ground, and the tree basal area is calculated as basal area per tree is equal to total basal area divided by number of trees. So we can say the basal area refers to the coverage of ground 1 inch above ground surface by stem and leaves. The second part of cover is canopy cover. Now what is canopy cover? It is primarily the area of ground occupied by the above ground parts of plants such as leaves, stem and inflorescence when viewed from above. Now this area is calculated in different radii, and the formula used is pi r square. So the relationship of cover area and basal area is different in different plants. So students, this was all about community ecology, characters of community ecology. and what is the frequency, density, and basal area or cover form. So I hope you have satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in the comment box. I will resolve it soon. This session was powered by digital version 2.0 of Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Thank you and namaste.